Hi to everyone. My name is N. Satya. I am from first MPCS class. My roll number is 34. Today I want to discuss about the topic of control statement. What are control statements in C? Control statements in C help to control the flow of program execution. It is used to direct the execution of statements under certain conditions. Types of control statements in C. First one is decision making control statements, conditional statements in C, go to statements in C, loop control statements in C. Decision making control statements in C. What is decision making? Decision making statements is selection process done by condition is called decision making statements. Decision making are classified into two types. First one is conditional statement or also conditional branching. Branching takes place based on condition is called conditional, and second one is unconditional. And types of conditional statement: if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, if else if later, switch statement, nested switch statement. And first one is simple if statement. The statement under if block are executed when condition is satisfied. Else statement under if block are not executed. And flowchart. If the condition is true, then goes to statement 1. If the condition is false, then goes to other statements. And syntax of the simple if statement is if condition and statement 1. An example: if inside the bracket a greater than equal to 18, printf slash n you are eligible for voting, printf slash n thank you. And second one is if else statement. The statement under if block is executed when condition is satisfied, otherwise else block is executed. And flowchart: condition is false, then goes to statement 2. If the condition is true, then goes to statement 1, otherwise statement. And syntax: if condition statement 1, else statement 2. An example: if inside the bracket a greater than b, printf a is biggest, else printf b is biggest. And the third one is nested if else. The nested if else statement consists of another if or else, and this is the flowchart. And syntax: if condition, if block or outer if condition 2, statement 1, else statement 2, else block of outer if condition 3, statement 1, else statement 2. And the example of is if inside the bracket a greater than b, modulus a greater than c, printf a is biggest, else if inside the bracket a greater than c, printf b is biggest, else, and printf c is biggest. And the fourth one is else if later. Else if later statement contain multiple else if when either of the condition is true, the statement under the particular if will be executed. And this is the flowchart. And this is also flowchart. And syntax: if condition statement 1, else if statement 2, statement 2, and else if condition 3, statement 3, and else if condition and minus 1, statement and minus 1, else, and statement n. And this is the syntax of else if later. And next one is example, and this is the example. And next one is switch statement. As per the value of the switch expression, the switch statement will allow multi-way branching, and this is the flow chart. and this is the example. And next one is condition operator, and this is the syntax condition expression 1 and expression 2. If the condition is right, goes to expression 1. If the condition is false, goes to expression 2. And this is the flow chart. And the second one is unconditional statement in C, or branching. Branching takes place without checking a condition is called unconditional decision making statement. Our first one is break and continues and go to. Break statement in C. Whenever the break statement appear in program, the control to the end of the block and syntax break. And this is the example of break. And continue statement in C. Whenever continue statement appear in program, the control jumps to the beginning of the block. And this is the flowchart and syntax continues, and this is the example. And go to statement. Go to statements are used to transfer the flow of control in a program. Go to statements is also known as jump control statement. Syntax go to label name, example go to odd, and this is also example. Loop control statements in C. Repetition of instructions until the condition satisfies is called looping. There are two types of looping statements. One is entry control loop and second one is exit control loop. Entry control loop. First checks condition, later execute the body. Exit control loop. First execute the body, later checks the condition. Three main important looping statements in C language. First one is for loop, and second one is while loop, and third one is do while loop. First one for loop. For loop is also known as pre-test loop. The statements under for loop are executed until the condition is true, and this is the syntax and this is the flowchart of the for loop statement. And the example for in bracket I is equal to 1, I greater than equal to 10, I plus plus printf percentage d I. And the second one while loop. A while loop is also known as entry loop. In while loop the condition is tested first, then the statements under body of the while loop will be executed. And syntax while condition statement 1, statement 2 and statement n. And flowchart. When the condition is false goes to exit and the statement true goes to body of while loop. An example, int I is equal to 1 while I greater than equal to 10, printf percentage d and I plus plus. And the third one, do while loop. Do while is also known as an exit loop. In the do while loop, the statements will be executed first and then the condition is checked. Syntax do statement 1, statement 2, while condition and statement n. And flowchart body of the loop. If the condition is true, directly goes to condition. If the condition is false, directly goes to statement n. And example, int I is equal to 1, do and printf percentage d I plus plus while I greater than equal to 5. And thank you for giving these wonderful opportunities to me.